Welcome to the Cory Turner Show. This is a brand new segment called Things We Don't Know, You and Me. Connie has gone out. She has found a true story that she thinks we don't know about. She's trying to stump us. She's written the story out. I'm going to read the story right here to you for the very first time, and we're going to see, is she right? Did she succeed? Did she stump us? I doubt it, but we're going to find out. If you like this segment, be sure to subscribe to the channel, but leave me a comment, hit the like button, let me know if we should do more of these. These should be fun. Hopefully they're going to be fun. We will find out. We will see. So let's go ahead and jump in here right now and get started. And this one is Things You Don't Know. Okay, Things You Don't Know, Paul McCartney is dead. What? No. No, Paul McCartney's not dead, right? No. No, Paul McCartney's alive. As a matter of fact, David and I just last week, my buddy, we were talking about the, what is the Beatles, is it Get Back? Oh gosh, I think it's Get Back. It was that documentary where it was all the footage while they were in the studio, working and writing songs, and David never said anything about Paul being dead, so Paul's not dead. So okay, let's move on. Okay, let's see what's going on. Okay. On Tuesday, November the 8th of 1966, Paul McCartney were hard at work on the Abbey Road studio, or at the Abbey Road studio, recording Sergeant Pepper. Have you ever listened to Sergeant Pepper? That's a crazy album altogether. It's pretty cool. I hate to say I listened to it, and then I listened to it a few years ago, really because Nash, my son, was like, "Hey, you got to check this out. It's really cool," and it was, man. It was really cool. It was pretty genius. I don't know if he thought it was pretty genius. Okay, anyway, moving on. Okay, sorry, back to the story. On Tuesday, November the 8th of 1966, Paul McCartney were hard at work at the Abbey Road recording studio recording Sergeant Pepper. Rumors are LSD may have been involved as the band worked well into the morning hours of Wednesday, November the 9th. After finishing, Paul jumped into his beautiful 1966 Austin Healey 3000, which is actually a super cool car. I have another channel all about cars, and I really should do a show about that Austin Healey 3000. Those were cool cars. Okay, anyway, sorry. Allegedly, still under the influence of LSD, we'll say allegedly for sure, Paul was going too fast, missed a red light, and crashed the Austin Healey 3000, killing himself. He was pronounced dead at 5 a.m. that morning, 1966. Okay, there's a lot of details in here. Like, that's okay. Maybe Connie missed it. It's supposed to be true stories, right? So he wrote Blackbird in 1966. Paul did. He was definitely alive for that. So I don't understand. Okay, so he couldn't have died in 1966. I don't know where this is going. Let's keep reading. Okay. Paul was pronounced dead at 5 a.m. that morning. The remaining Beatles made the decision to keep Paul's death a secret and was able to keep it out of the morning papers. Okay, yeah, so Paul's dead, but that's okay. It's not that big a deal. We just, no one will know, right? Who would know? Who would know that Paul's dead? We wouldn't know that, right? Okay. So the Beatles found a replacement that looked just like Paul and carried on, and no one was the wiser. What? Okay. Okay, this is silly. Okay, what did that casting call look like, right? You're like, hey, we need somebody that looks like Paul, maybe sounds like Paul, can play the guitar. It'd be great if you can write songs. That'd be great. Don't worry about Paul's crashed car and the fact he hasn't been around for weeks. That's no big deal. That's fine. That's crazy. No, they didn't. Okay. Considered to be one of the most notorious music conspiracy theories of all time, the Paul McCartney is dead story got its start in 1969. Okay, here we go. Russ Gibb, a Detroit radio DJ on WKNR, was hosting his show and taking requests when a very mysterious caller called in and directed Russ to play parts of the Beatles' White Album backwards. I know this. Do you know this? I know this story. This is crazy. Okay, listen up. The caller told Russ Gibb to put on Revolution 9, but instead of playing number 9 intro, as you would normally play it, he instructed him to play it backwards. And while playing it backwards, they heard the words, "Turn me on, dead man," which immediately means Paul died in a car crash, right? Okay, yes, anyway. Yeah, this is funny because I do remember this because my friend David, his family, we went on vacation together, and we were driving back, and I think Nash was actually talking about this story, and so we started talking about this story about how absolutely crazy this story is. Okay, keep on going. Sorry. Let's see. In addition to "Turn Me On, Dead Man," they heard "I Buried Paul" at the end of "Strawberry Fields Forever." I don't remember that at the end of "Strawberry Fields Forever," but okay. I buried Paul. Let's see here. Seems like a stretch to me. I don't know. But anyway, okay. More clues began to surface. A few days after the big secret was told on the radio show, the Michigan Daily had an article explaining that the cover of Abbey Road was actually a funeral procession. What? Okay. John, all in white, was the preacher. Ringo, in black, was the undertaker. Paul, of course, was the corpse. And George, all in denim, was the grave digger. Man, George got stuck with the crappy job, digging the hole. I guess Paul's a dead guy, so that's a crappy job too, I guess. Okay. Anyway, but wait, there's more. More clues to substantiate the claim. Paul was officially pronounced dead at 5 o'clock. That is why George points to that line on the Sgt. Pepper sleeve, and Paul is wearing the OPD patch. I remember the album cover. I don't remember the sleeve at all. I remember it's like I think it's super expensive right now. I think it's like a major collector's item. Maybe this is why, because it proves Paul was dead. OPD, officially pronounced dead was the OPD patch. Okay. Of course, later the OPD story was rebuked as the patch is actually OPP, standing for the Ontario Provincial Police, but that didn't stop the faithful from clinging to their conspiracy story. A deeper look at the Abbey Road cover shows Paul as barefoot and out of step with everyone else. And he's holding a cigarette in his right hand. Why would everybody smoke then? So why is holding a cigarette weird? Paul was left-handed. I should probably just stop talking and read. Okay. Why he held a cigarette in his right hand if he was left-handed? Okay. There were more clues. The Volkswagen license plate on the cover is 28IF, showing how old Paul would have been if he was still alive. So 28IF. Oh, okay. 28 if 28. Okay, that's kind of funny. Man, that's looking right. Okay, there were more thin clues here and there, but no matter how far-fetched the conspiracy got, there were those that believed. Despite interviews with Paul and John, others who swore that there was only one Paul, the Paul, people continued to believe the story and even come up with more and more evidence. You know, it's funny how it's that thing of like, whatever you're looking for, you'll find it. You know, I'm like, you can like convince yourself of just about anything, especially conspiracy theories. I always think it's kind of like Nostradamus. It's like, if you want to make any world event fit into Nostradamus, quatrains and stuff, you can make it work. You can't go forward, right? It's not predicting the future, it doesn't seem like. But it seems like you can make things curve and fit. So, I don't know. If you really, really wanted to, I think you could make anything make sense. And that's kind of, wow, this is a stretch. So is Paul McCartney dead? No, Paul is not dead. But neither is the story of him dying in an early morning car crash in 1966. Okay, that's absolutely crazy. Connie, great story. I did know that one. You had me at first because it's been a weird few months. It's been amazing people passing away. So I was like, there's a chance I missed something. But no, Paul is still with us. He's still writing and singing songs. And if I remember, he just kind of didn't really care much about the whole thing. Like it didn't seem to bother him. It seemed to bother John, I think, more. I think John was releasing some solo stuff at the time, and all of a sudden this story broke out, and I think that kind of might have caused some issues from him. But I don't remember Paul ever being too worked up about it. So anyway, this is a good story. Did you know that story? Had you heard that one? Is that things we didn't know? I knew that one. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Leave me a comment and let me know. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Great job. You made it all the way to the end. This is amazing. I appreciate that. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, all that kind of stuff. Let me know if you want to see more of Things We Don't Know segments. And I'm going to do my normal disclaimer, although we're not talking about movies on this one, but I usually say let's talk about movies tomorrow.